How's it all going? I see a Matt in my chat. And I love that you're using my emote. I love that you're using the Horseford emote. It's the only emote I actually made. I love my Horseford emote. He's so cute. He's just hugging a little heart. He's just having a lovely time. Six is better than 24. Get out of here, Edgar. What are you doing here anyway? I thought you didn't like 14. What you doing here, Edgar? He meant 14. Yeah, I know what you meant. Alright, let me get Vix into this chat too. Hey Vix!
Hello?
Edgar is in my chat saying that 6 is better than 14. Do you have anything to say to that?
I'd say to him, don't knock it until you tried it, Edgar. 6 is a great game, but so is 14.
You heard it. I think we'll convert Edgar. You're really soft, turn him up. Yeah, I know. Vix, can you talk? Because I think Discord is turned way down.
Okay, I'll speak until you get my volume level right.
Is that better? Excuse me. You can let let me know if that's better. Okay, that's better. Good. It's better for me too. You were actually very low for me as well, and I couldn't figure out why. And now I know. Alright. Well, I'm here in UL'DAH, ready to partake in the Rising event that was heavily suggested by Matt that I stream for some strange unknown reason. I was going to do this off stream, because I was like, it's the Rising event last year was good, but there was nothing to write home about. But Matt got he wasn't having it. He added me on Discord and was like, "This is a must play, and you must stream it." So is Matt hyping this up? To greater heights. Alright. Let's talk to you. Ooh, we get a parasol. Ooh, red. Oh yeah, that's the thingy, the red moon parasol. Okay. Seeing pictures of this. Can't say why. Of course you can't say why. That would be spoiling it. I scared her. Amber! What an astounding coincidence. I'm always here. What do you mean? Who am I? Oh no!
In America, they're already in some parts of the US. Some of the servers are already completely and utterly full.
Oh
they
yeah,
can't
they
take
are.
Anymore.
Oh,
they literally can't take. They're at max capacity.
You cannot join Ether. Ether is like fully congested at the moment. Like, it's full. Our server over here, though, our servers over here are fine, Edgar. You can come here. Actually, Moogle is full. I checked earlier. Moogle's actually full again. So hurry up, Edgar! Get on 14 before all the servers fill up, and you have no way of getting on. We want you to get on here so that you can join our FC.
So, no, well, like European servers good at the moment.
Yeah, there's 3 servers on our data center. There's 3 worlds on our data center that you can create characters on: Cerberus, Omega, and Louisoix. Because I created a character for hide and seek earlier, and those were the only 3 servers available for our server. Anyway, I don't know about Light. I ain't tipping my toe into this until after FF Race. So that means you need to start playing faster. Okay. What do you mean, who am I? I am... How do you pronounce her name? Kuha Jaka? Jaka.
Kippy Jackia.
Kippy Jaka. The reporter of the Raven. You helped me investigate the visitor from another world, remember? Yes. I remember you. Anyway, this is perfect. I could use your assistance with another story, assuming you have the time, that is. It has been a while since we've seen her. So, here's the thing. Just recently, an unusual visitor cut through Gridania's markets with a scythe. Huh? Cut through Gridania's markets like a scythe. Oh, I thought she said with a scythe. Zenos is in the game already. There's a scythe. Beware. In a frenzy to purchase every Namana Lily available, and I mean all of them. Okay, what's a Namana Lily? I can't. Do I know what? Do you know what a Namana Lily is, Fix?
So they're a flower.
Yeah.
And they're an alchemical ingredient.
Okay.
I know that much. And they're named after one of the 12.
Brilliant.
Naimea.
Which one?
Naimea.
Oh, Naimea. Okay.
They're like a funeral lily.
Oh. Oh, so somebody's been buying a lot of funeral lilies. Maybe somebody's died. Oh, that would be a bad thing. Matt, if you've got me to play this and one of the scions dies in it, I'll kill you later. For what purpose, I hear you ask? Well, my friend, I sense the answer to that question will provide the basis of my next scoop. So I did some nosing around. No one I talked to could put a name to our mysterious flower fancier, but by all accounts, he and his cargo holds of lilies had departed for UL'DAH. Not wanting the trail to grow cold, I quickly grabbed my quill and notepad and boarded an airship myself, and was quickly reminded of how hard it is to chase a story in unfamiliar territory. What do you mean unfamiliar territory? You've been here before. Okay.
Yeah, every year.
Which is it she that's here over there? I think there's another Mikote that's here as well.
Yeah, there's another one. Yeah.
She's the one from the 15 event, right? She's the reporter.
Yeah.
That reported on Noctis, which took place in THANALAN. So how is it unfamiliar? You know this town and its people well enough, don't you? What say you lending a hand in my investigation efforts? I guess it's because she normally reports in Gridania. She's normally a Gridania basis reporter, which means she doesn't really go to UL'DAH. I mean, come on! It's not that big of a place! But okay. I suppose if you need a guide, I'd be happy to help. Wonderful! Then we have no time to lose. First things first, we pay a visit to the nearest drinking establishment. The local tavern is always the best place for tabloids of gossips and rumor. That is true. This is true in the real world. You're not helping yourself with that emote, Matt. You're not helping yourself with that emote. I feel like I'm gonna be kidnapping you and going into like Eden Savage and just leaving you there. Wait, no. I pull the boss and then I leave the boss to kill you.
You can't actually do that. Like, once you
Yeah,
attack the boss...
I can, yeah. That's the scary part of that. Or no, what's even better is because he has Bosja unlocked, I can just bring him into Bosja and just pull everything and make it attack him. I'm sorry, Matt. I wouldn't do that to you. For my, those are some serious faces. What can I do for you what can I do for you? What can I do for you this fine afternoon? I can't speak today. Playing reporter, are we? Sounds like fun. Let's hear your questions then. We are attempting to track down a particular someone who purchased a suspiciously large amount of Numen lilies in Gridania before transporting them to UL'DAH. Any ideas of who this person might be? Oh my god. We've more than our fair share of traders coming and going, and a large shipment arriving in the city would be noteworthy occurrence. Now that you mention it, I do remember florid Mistral. Yoshi P. Fellow. No, Mistel? Is she talking about a Mikote or a... Wait.
Minstrel, as in like wandering.
Yeah, I was just about to say only the first call Mikote's Mistels. Fellow who came in the other day, he said he'd pulled in from Gridania and needed help hauling a hefty delivery to the Alchemist Guild. He's actually a familiar face in these parts. Never did I get his name, though, strangely enough. It is the Wandering Minstrel, so it is Yoshi P, right?
Just Yoshi P, yeah.
Yoshi P is getting flowers. I wonder what for. Are they for us? Are we gonna die? Is this our, like... He's preparing for our funeral. A nameless traveler arriving from Gridania with a sizable cargo to move. That sounds promising. Like I said, it was just a request to move cargo. Before you run off on the possible dead end with the alchemists, I suggest you fish for more information inside the quicksand. After all, where else can you find so many gossipy adventurers crammed into one spot? It certainly makes sense. Between the two of us, however, I see no reason we can't do both. I shall stay here and interview the clientele, while you chase down our other lead at the Alchemist Guild. What do you think? Leave it to me. Then that'll be our plan. Once you've spoken to the potion mixers. Really? Potion mixers? Wait.
Alchemists.
I know, but why didn't she just call them why did she call them potion mixers? That makes them sound like they're mixing cocktails, not mixing, like, alchemic formulas. Make...
Cocktail.
The alchemists of the just making cocktails. That's why nothing gets done in the alchemist guilds. They're all drunk. Make your way back here and we'll discuss any revelations. This is good so far. I like this.
They're just shaking up, like, I don't know, like pina coladas and
they're making lots of I can't say his name. Asashis. Asahi is a beer, isn't it?
It's a beer.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
I mean, you could make a beer with alchemy, though. You could. Yeah. It's not impossible.
Yeah, you could make a beer.
Nope, turned into a crystal like in 13. Are you saying will turn into a crystal? You know something? I could see that happening. That wouldn't surprise me in the least. We're just gonna turn into Heidelin. So boldly do you approach a master of his profession. I warn you, this matter best be describing of the previous moments you steal away my unending research. I'm sorry to interrupt your perfect beer. You question me of a tabloid piece? Away with you! I refuse to waste another instant with this trivial nonsense. Ah, but just a moment. Perhaps there is a shred of scholarly value in this after all. I vaguely recall the flamboyant character of whom you speak, and his request to process the vast quantities of floral material. 'Tis laughable, though, that I would undertake such a menial chore. Of course, so I assigned the task to my subordinates. If you wish to discuss the tremendous details, Derich is your man. Derich. Can I just call him Rich for short?
Yeah.
Hey! It's Derich Campbell.
Dietrich Campbell, yeah.
Why, I should be delighted to assist you. This is regarding the large delivery of Namana lilies. It's Rich if he was a human. Because he'd style himself like Tancred, wouldn't he? I don't know. Would he style himself like Tancred if he was a human?
Probably. Yeah, if he was a teen and not a Lalafell.
I don't think he'll ever not be a Lalafell, though. I think he loves it too much. Yes, the guild did accept the task of involving said flowers as commissioned by a nomadic minstrel gentleman. Yeah, Yoshi P. Yeah, go on. And though I cannot reveal the nature of what we produce, because it's for Endwalker and it's not for your eyes right now, so you might have to wait a couple of months. I can tell you that it shall be distributed amongst the parlance of parts of the event of the Rising. If you wish to know more, then might I suggest you speak to the gentleman himself? Yes, I'd love to speak to him. Where is he? Dun, 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 dun. Well, you were saying that you were gonna die, and I said no, you'll turn into a crystal. Yeah. That still counts as dying, technically. And I agreed with you. It would actually make more sense if we turned into a crystal. Adventurer, you're back. Did the Alchemist Guild offer any new information? Blah 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 blah. So, to summarize, this famously unnamed minstrel of the nomadic I cannot say these words, man. And constantly commissioned the manufacture of some sort of yet unknown item to be handed out during the Rising. Wait. Is the fucking parasol that we get from the as a reward made out of flowers?
No.
Is that what we're
No, the
firework. The new firework thing.
The new firework is the thing that's made out of flowers.
Wow. Oh, I heard they agree that we should speak to him directly, but that, and as luck may have it, I just discovered that by his means to put on a performance at the Ruby Road Exchange. I think it's time I think it's time for one of my patered on-the-spot interviews, don't you? If we hurry, we can catch him before he takes the stage. Yep. And there he is. Greetings, sir. I'm terribly sorry to interrupt, but you are the famous wandering minstrel, aren't you? Can I have your autograph? I am indeed. And look who you brought to see me. Was there aught I might do for you fine people? I've been following you to be perfectly honest. I'm curious to learn more about the wagon load of lilies you turned over to the alchemists, not to mention your plans to distribute them as a result of their work. You followed me? But how did you... I mean, why would you... You're asking the wrong questions here. Why wouldn't anybody follow you? Ah, a writer for the Raven. That explains much. And did you also learn what I am tasked the alchemist to create? Is the color out? Is the color out of the bag for all to smell? No, we were hoping you might tell us. Good. Then my surprise remains unspoiled. The plan, if you must know, is to hand out a bundle of potpourris to all of the sundry during the rising. As in flowers mixed with spices? For an erratic stuff? For aromatic stuff you see in bowls? On parlor tables? And the like? The very same, except my poor para will delight the eyes as much as the nose. Thanks to alchemic wizardry, the alchemists have become were first drunkards, and now they're wizards. They are now drunk wizards. Oh my god, this game is great. Infused with my conspirators. Are you still there, Vix?
Yeah, I'm still here, yeah.
Okay. Not even without such enhancements, the scent of Namana lilies is known to produce calm and tranquility. The rising is time for remembrance of mourning, and a time when sorrow can overwhelm folk who have lost friends and loved ones to the seventh overall calamity. It is my hope that the lily's gentle perfume will afford such barren souls a mortem of peace during these oft-time manically memorial. I'm sorry, I butcher everything. Oh my, what a gentlemanly idea. Gentlemanly lovely idea. Only just this moment we're making arrangements for the showcase of my humble talents, where I hand out the program bumbles to the audience. Again, I'm glad that we met ere I inadvertently spread the word of our little surprise. Ere you inadvertently spread the word of our little surprise, I trust you have sufficient detail to write your article. Oh yes, I have plenty of work to work with. Thank you. Splendid. Now you've joined the inner circle, so to speak. We must have you play a role in the performance. You needn't fret so. I merely wish for you to assist in passing out the porte-parole. I can supply the crowd. I can supply the crowd at the show, but it would be most helpful if you would deliver bundles to some other parts of town. Oh, we would happy to be to, and it could even help me flesh out the story. Let's head back to the quicksand adventure. We hand out the bundles there, then we can cover folk from every corner of the city. We were low low on helping hands, to tell the truth, so this worked out for the best. Please come and meet me in the Ruby Exchange once you're finished with your task. Okie dokie. Give me a second, I'm gonna take a drink because lots of reading. Right, back to the pub. Let's get to work, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. I love that she's running and I'm walking.
Yeah. There's a bun. Lots of bunnies tonight.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey! I remember him from last year. It's the same dude that did the portrait, right?
It is, yeah.
Thought so. Oh, it's the other dude, too! Yay, they're friends!
Oh, yeah, it's the same guy, yeah.
What is it you are giving out there, adventurer? Oh, I know this scent. Nanima lilies, right? Yes? The flower is often placed on the graves of the fallen, a practice with which I am at last immutably familiar. Why choose this particular bloom? I see. Perhaps the perfume does remind one of the piece and what a piece of remorse. Oh God, can't speak. Rather than the violence which took our companions from us. It would seem the Mistle has given the matter some thought. For Cartano veterans such as myself, the season of the rising can be a torment, like a throbbing pain in the old wound. I will keep this bundle close, I think, and breathe in its calm whenever I feel my thoughts turning grim. Keeping busy there, aren't you, Ember? I know it's the rising and all, but it tickles me to see the hero of your statue handling out presents like a simple errand girl. But that's what I am sometimes. I'm just a simple errand girl. I mean, ever since we met, ever since the first time we met, you've always been the type to lend aid where it's needed. And you haven't changed one bit. Makes me happy. It does not to mention little misty-eyed. Aww. The good you've done for folk will linger on, an unshakably foundation, an and an unshakable foundation for your future. Keep going the way you're going, my friend, and we'll all be the better for it. Here, why don't you let me have the whatever bundles you've got left, and I'll put them with the ones I took from the reporter, your reporter friend. We'll leave them in a basket out on the corner, on the guild counter. I gather they'll hand themselves out before the rising is over. Mistress Medor, I can't. Mahmoudi took a goodly amount off my hands, but I think we've done our fair share of work. We should go and see the minstrel and let him know we've completed our task.
Cool. Alright, got it.
This one's been fun. This one's been really fun. The reporter and her most qualified assistant return. The performance went well, I must say, but what of your story research? Were the townsfolk willing to share any moving material? Yes, they were unexpectedly forthcoming. I was regaled with many anecdotes from those who lived through the calamity and privileged to hear their treasured memories of those who did not. Back when the calamity was poised to strike, I had just earned my reporter's quill. I rushed around town questioning adventures and taking notes. But as Dalamud descended even ever lower, the streets erupted into chaos. It was then I felt I fled with my younger brother to the border and relative safety. There were a few less prudent friends and colleagues who might still be here if they had done the same. In the years since the world has risen from the ashes, I've done my best to rise along with it, but there are things I can't, nay, should not forget. Such are the thoughts which blossom in my mind when I breathe in that Paporean's perfume. I enjoyed our collaboration this day, adventure. I shall attempt to write a piece that does it justice. What say you to Rising Cam as the title? Sure. How fitting. I look forward to reading it. Ah, here we go. Play me my music. I too sense stirring of a new composition. A hopeful verse dedicated to the continued safe passage of those who yet ascend to the path of catastrophe and yet ascend to the path of catastrophe and despair. He's talking to me directly. Here we go. Wee into the mind.
And to talk to Yoshi P.
Yeah.
Yoshi Pieces.
Yoshi P. Jesus. Oh, whoa! Greetings, warrior of light. Yeah. If you didn't think you were going to the moon yet, is it obvious you're going to the moon now? Oh my god, that's blinding. Oh, he's wearing paladin armor. You needn't be alarmed. I kinda want that armor. Is that...
That's the artifact, that's the endgame armor.
For Endwalker?
For Endwalker, yeah.
It looks so good. This is the world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream, a flight of fancy, conjured by your weary mind, perhaps? Or perhaps not. Stop speaking in riddles, you madman. How cute, UL'DAH. He never tells us his name, he eventually, the text box will tell us. What a pleasure it is to welcome you here again, Amber. And what a privilege that your chosen trail should run alongside mine for so long. On a day such as today, I hope you forgive me brief bout of nostalgia. It has been an entire decade since I first came to this world. I was a stranger here, a traveler in a troubled land. Things were on fire when I joined. And I had to put it out. Yoshi P, the fireman.
Yeah.
And the quest for its salvation consumed my every moment. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. Countless trials were met and overcome. Yes, they were. And the world not only survived, it flourished. This victory we owe to those who persevered alongside us, to those who explored and nurtured and loved this realm as much as we. Yes, it is you who I speak, of your indomitable adventures. Is that right? 10 years, Jesus Christ. 10 years is a long time, yes, but for me, the number holds no special significance. Oh, it's simply a count of the passage of days. Success, however, would not have come without the acclamation of daily effort, and that is what makes it a milestone worth making. Thank you for staying the course with us these many years. Oh, I feel like I'm going to cry. Stop. I will keep making plans for this world for the foreseeable future. Do you think he had to stick that in the game so that people would stop asking if there's not if if the game is ending? Do you think people are gonna stop with the Reddit tweets that like the world's ending after Endwalker? There's going to be no more expansions, so that Yoshi P literally had to say it again. How many times has he said it now? Like 5, 6? God. I will keep making plans for this world for the foreseeable future. It has become a part of my life, and to see it grow as an adventure in itself. Aww. Much love. Rest well, warrior of light, for the grand convergence of events approaches. May the road upon which you must embark become the greatest of all journeys. Oh, that's a line and a half, isn't it? Until we meet again, my friend. Bye, Yoshida! Oh, that was nice. I love that. I love it every time. Every time. Every time. What a moving rendition. It was so moving, I wasn't here for it. And now I really must head home to write that article. You must, you have my gratitude, Amber. I would still be floundering in the streets without your assistance until we meet again.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
Hey, what?
What'd you say?
Nothing. Just saying I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
He said something.
A great many lives were lost in the flames of the calamity, not to mention the chaos which followed. Yet it is the survivors who must face the challenges of living in this new era we have salvaged. To you, the champion in the vanguard of our efforts, I dedicate this verse. Oh God, he's gotta sing. Scattered by the falling of the fury stars, the land is reborn with new life. God's slayer stricken by the echoing roar, heavens ring with the promise of strife. Heavens ring with the promise of strife, yeah? Okay. Beast and man both seek freedom of death in bloody inferno untamed. By unbroken hopes from the sky long undimmed, shall the darkness of yield be reclaimed. A magnificent, magical, a magnificent scale, an unending road. If this be the path we are fated, then pray be our dawn in the rift betwixt worlds.
Wow.
Your soul's splendid light unbaited. Ooh. Mysterious. Oh, fireworks. really must apologize for pressing you into service for my paternity scheme. I tend to consider adventurers as fellow wanderers and call upon the assistance of your kind with little reservation. As for the gifts themselves, there was another reason as to why I chose the Namana Lily. Traditionally, the bloom is said to represent prayers of safe passage. The way ahead yet promises more hardship, and I wanted, at the very least, to wish you, all of you, the smoothest road for the continuing journey. Oh, okay. Yay! Fireworks! Ah, I love these fireworks, man. These fireworks are so cool. Complete. The Great Eight.
Great 8. Happy 8th birthday, Ayara.
Next year there'll be 9. This person. Rubel Red. More stuff. So, I guess I'll just buy loads of this then. Of the new one.
Yeah.
I can buy more later. Oh, there he is! Look at him, just sitting in the corner playing his harp. Right, I have a new parasol now. Boom. Right, where are my fashion accessories? We need more of these.
Yeah, we do, yeah. Hope he'll get a few more.
Alright. We're done. I didn't realize Yoshi P appeared every year. It was a nice surprise for me, at least. Oh! Yeah, no, Yoshi P appears every year. I've only done the Rising a few times, though. In the years that I played AR, I've only played the Rising a couple of times. Like, I don't remember all of them. I didn't participate in all of the Rising events. In, like, every single one of them. But as far as I'm aware, yeah, Yoshi P is the wandering minstrel. He's literally in the game. He's always in the game. And he's at the Rising event every year with something different to say. Isn't that right, Vix?
Mm-hmm. He comes and gives us like a hint of what's going to happen next.
Yeah. You weren't here. You weren't here the last time the Rising was around, I don't think, Matt. So yeah, this would have been your first time. I was actually really excited for you to to do the rising because I knew your mind would be blown. The fact that that's where how you learn Yoshi P is always in the game, like canonically, always in the game. Lots of people didn't realize it for a long time. Like, I didn't realize it for ages until, like, I did one of the Rising events. Because it's only through the Rising event that you realize that the Wandering Minstrel is Yoshi P. That's your hint. Because it outright tells you. Where am I going? I'm running down the stairs, but I have no idea where I'm going. What do you want to do, Vix? Dungeon? Or Golden Saucer? That's why I said you needed to play this, lol. Was it for Yoshi P? I mean, I was going to play it for Yoshi P anyway, but... Gonna get some tea. We'll see you later. Have fun. Okay. Thank you
You
for
too.
popping by. Have a nice tea. Have a lovely tea. I'm saying that weird. Vix.
Yeah?
Dungeon or Golden Saucer? Which would you like?
Anyway, I'm gonna have something to eat quickly, so I'll probably pop out for a little while.
I'm gonna quickly go to Golden Saucer and see if like Leap of Fate is up, so that I can do that. And I'll probably end my stream after that. And I might do a Chocobo race. We'll see.
Chocobo.
Chocobo, bow, bow.
Where is it? There it is. That's the video.
I'm really hoping Leap of Fate is not up. I'm really hoping that like I go here and Leap of Fate is not going to be up. Please. I hate Leap of Fate. Give me Air Force One and I'll be happy. Please. Please. The slice is right. Ah. It's neither. Sure. I'm never gonna do the slices right. I will try it, but I guarantee I will fail. I will get as far as the doggo.
I got to the end of it once.
I think I got near the end of it once as well. I think. It's been a while. There is some at least in this one you can move around. With any way the wind blows, you're kind of stuck in place.
You are, yeah. I've also completed that as well. Twice.
Yeah, I've completed any way the wind blows. I can never do it like more than once though, because the balloon hates me. And that's what I call it, by the way. It's just the big balloon that blows you out of the stadium.
Yeah.
This event isn't up for until like 8:40, so I should probably do something. I'll go and do a chocobo race real quick.
You've got 10 minutes before it's up, so.
Yep.
You may as well reuse the
Yep. I'll soon do. But I'm in a chocobo race, and I'm gonna win it, or at least attempt to. Oh fuck, I missed that. No! Yeah, there we go. Excuse me. Damn it. I'm screwed up. Come on. Oh, I came fourth. Give me the bonus. God damn it. Da 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 da. Oh crap.
Right, that's a really. And they've gone with the they've gone with the pigtails hairstyle. I should have gone with the pigtails hairstyle, shouldn't I?
Which one?
You you know which one. My go-to if I want to win glamour competitions.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that makes me look the one that I have blonde hair that I combined with that reindeer out there.
Yeah. I remember. I'm in 4th again. Nope, I dropped to 5th. God damn it.
Got beaten by the judge.
I did. I got bitten by a lollipop. And he stole the bonus from me as well. Fucking evil dick. Okay, 5 minutes to go. Let's go make some of the Moogle Palm. Sure, I'll use my tickets. Damn it. Nope.
So they're doing the
Mm-hmm. I'm missing though.
yeah.
Come on, I can do it. Ugh. I'm being really bad at this game right now. The first few games were fine. There we go. Damn it.
Yep.
I can get the big ones. Hey, I got the small one. There we go. Okay, the decisive rate should be up soon.
Yeah, like 1 minute.
There we go. Wish me luck. Da, 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 da.
As is predestined, your path crosses that technical land and the fourth Aeolia for the dark region. Must fall asleep, following your every footstep. I have to get my seat out of
There we go. Here he comes. Damn it! I shouldn't have moved. Well, them's the brakes. That didn't even last 2 seconds. I got 100 MGP though. Alrighty. Well, that's it for me. Thank you everybody for joining me on this stream. I had a lovely time. And I'll see you all next time. Bye! Where's my goodbye emote? There it is.